Hello, Natalia. We are Group 7, and today we'll be running you through our analysis of the Dogpool business case. So, in order to do so, we've adapted the business analytics methodology, and we're going to look through it for problem situation structuring, business model mapping, analytics implementation, and then suggest innovation ideas. To start, we would like to just provide a brief introduction of the case. Of course, the context is Dogpool, the dog sharing platform, which is a very special mission project aiming to improve dog welfare, sharing content around it. And while we're doing so, we found challenges around the strength of the business model, and especially for the challenge of the platform transition, and also its vulnerability to strong competitors. So our purpose with this project is to first and foremost provide a platform solution, and also through it, um, provide ideas around innovation, which also can lead to a more resilient business structure. In order in order to do so, we have decided to create a rich picture, which will provide a holistic vision of the business problem at hand in order for us to have a very good overview of the scenario. And this is our rich picture. For the rich picture, we have highlighted some very important business issues surrounding a little bit of unstructure around the business model, the low efficiency and time consuming aspect of the manual user verification, also its heavy reliance on the Facebook platform, and there's aspects of the profit capturing model which can be further developed. Moreover, it's also vulnerable to strong competitors. Our next step is to map the business model for the business model canvas. We create an extensive business model canvas of which we will highlight a few key aspects, such as the value proposition centered around access to not only the dog sharing platform on Facebook, but also to informative content around dog welfare and the reliable local and online community. Moreover, the channels are the Facebook group and the founder's personal credibility, and also the, the customer relationships are around creation of a very reliable community.
Moving forward from Rich Picture and BMC, we identified some issues and noticed the requirement of an app. We would like to demonstrate an Excel model which helps to decide the optimal servers required for the app. Firstly, details of the model can be viewed through dependency diagram. For this model, the number of servers is the key decision variable, and few other inputs like server capacity and demand growth help to do some intermediary calculations. Profit is the final result of this model with details of costs and revenues. This model further aids to understand the level of meeting user demand and associated dissatisfaction. After mapping out the varied server inputs, we noticed a nominal distribution relationship between server numbers and profits. The model is built on fixed user demand, which is 64% month on month.
As we take a closer look, it is evident that the growth in number of servers has a varied degree of impact on the profits and the user base of the business. Initially, it is worth noting that the business needs to equip at least 5 servers to expect the profits. Next, as more servers are installed, which is above 5 and up to 43, the profits grow exponentially because of the lower server cost initially. However, once the server reaches 44, profits don't change much. Here, the profits increase only by 10% despite a 50% growth in servers. This ranges only between £250,000 and £270,000. At 65 servers, a maximum profit of 269,000 can be attained. Profits diminish a little as the server number crosses 70. Beyond 75 servers, further level up would only decrease the profits. It is primarily because the monthly server costs go incrementally high, although unmet demand costs come down. Once the server number ticks 98, unmet demand of the users drops to zero. There will be no new user income. In this case, if the servers are further increased, the operational costs will only shoot up and the profits will eventually shrink. It even results in losses beyond 136 servers. In the real world, As the demand is not static, we attempted to incorporate the dynamic demand and improve the reliability of this model. We had deployed Chris and Giles' forecast into this simulation. As you can see from the snippet, the optimal number of servers did not vary despite the user demand shifted month over month. After analyzing the insights from both the fixed and varied demand models, we put forward three alternative strategies to decide the optimal number of servers. To begin with, the risk averse strategy is the one to go with if the business aims to keep the operational costs lower, but there is a higher risk of the customer dissatisfaction, which could dampen the credibility of the business. Secondly, we have the profit maximization strategy. This strategy allows the business to attain the highest profits and improves the cash flow into the business for future growth. Unmet demand cost remains the same here. Lastly, it is the user growth strategy. This strategy widens the user community and deepens the relationships. Although higher costs can be incurred because of the servers, more number of servers, this potential user base, which has been developed, can be further unleashed as the business gain credibility. It further aids in withstanding the competition in the market too. To further optimize this model, we tested its sensitivity to the demand growth. The demand range has been chosen at equal intervals of 20% between the current level and a 100% increase from today. From the analysis, it is observed that an extensive range of demand distinctly influences the input of this model, which is the number of servers. This claim is primarily supported by two key insights. The first one is that the smallest change in user demand growth requires the business to significantly alter its servers to stay within the positive profits range. The second one is that the optimal number of servers for all the three strategies changes if there is a notable increase in user demand. Therefore, we can conclude that the model is highly sensitive to the demand growth and it is highly advised for the business to diligently watch out the fluctuation in user demand.
Here we will introduce the innovation ideas for Dogpool. We suggest three stages innovation ideas using three horizon model: Horizon 1, Horizon 2, and Horizon 3. Horizon 1 provides innovation for existing business model from 1 to 2 years. We suggest that Dogpool should take actions in local community sponsorship, marketing, automated user verification, and mobile app in this stage. Horizon 2, which is about stretching the limits of the business during 2 to 5 years. Dogpool can take actions in cooperation with animal charities, insurance companies, SMEs, and organizations of Dogpool to extend business and core resources and capabilities. In the Horizon 3, Dogpool can expand business using the existing resources and capabilities by diversification. For example, expand business to other kinds of animals, expand internationally, and metaverse expand.
Here are some detailed information about the ideas from three horizons. For Horizon 1, we chose sponsorship deals with dog food and accessories companies. And for Horizon 2, we chose collaborate with pet insurance companies. And for the Horizon 3, we chose expand business model to other domestic animals. Finally, I would like to show the estimated business model canvas after the three horizons ideas being put into practice. The new canvas contains a lot of additions to different columns, and also some old things have been replaced. For example, about the revenue streams, we put the sponsor fees and support from animal charities into consideration, while at the same time, because of the expansion and holding of promotional events, the elements in the cost structure column have also been increased. Differently, in the columns like key resources and key activities, the mobile app and other social media platforms are considered as the substitute of Facebook group instead of an addition. In a word, we think that if some ideas are being taken, Dogpool will have more business advantages in the future. Thank you, Natalia, for listening.